Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be what is coming next for you. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi group 1. So what is coming next for you? I feel for this group, if there's been any indecision or overthinking, uncertainty, that's what's shifting. It's like now you have full clarity and I feel like you're proceeding and moving forward. You know what you need to do, or you know what the destined path is for you, because there's this energy here of coming into a stage of completion or reaching a level of success now with something that you're either taking the first steps toward or something that you've been wanting to work toward with this 6 of Wands and 10 of Cups. But this is like completion energy in every area of your life. But with higher knowing, I do feel like it links to your life purpose. I don't feel like this is a pursuit or a journey that means a lot to you. So I'm getting, with higher knowing, this could be your spiritual calling, your life's mission. There's just this energy here where you know truly what path is meant for you. And for some of you, I feel like you may have known for a while, but with 9 of Swords and Ace of Swords, there could have been some limitations or fears or doubts and uncertainty that you were breaking through that were making it difficult to move ahead. But for others of you where you've already taken the smaller steps with Page of Pentacles and the World, it's like now you're gathering or you're gaining momentum. Things are starting to move in your favor. You know, you're starting to see the signs of success with this 6 of Wands. It's like now you're coming into a place of recognizing what you can do, what you're here to attain, and what is in alignment with you and your destiny. And with higher knowing as well, it's like you're entering a phase as well where there's no more doubt. It's like you've burnt out all this fear, self-doubt, uncertainty. For some of you, if you felt stuck in uncertainty or self-doubt, it's like now the intuitive knowings or the downloads you're getting are so strong, you can't convince yourself that you don't know. There's just complete clarity. And with the World, it does feel like this is the World and the 10 of Cups. I keep getting completion energy for you. It's like you've outgrown one cycle and you're ready. I just heard for a higher level of existence or higher experiences. And when I say higher, I mean high vibrational. You know, experiences that match your energy, or, you know, shifting into a timeline where things, they're not going to be effortless in the sense you're still taking action, but because you have this newfound clarity and you're able to hear spirit so clearly, it's going to feel very synchronistic, or as though things are kind of just coming to you, or it's like you're constantly receiving the next step from the divine, and you take one small step, see the fruits, take another step, see the abundance. It's like things are going to start materializing or feel as though they're materializing more readily as you take action on this guidance and as you listen to the divine. Yeah, and with 2 of Wands and 4 of Cups, I keep hearing coming out of a feeling of stagnation or feeling stuck or even boredom, right? Like I feel like your life is going to feel a lot more exciting, or you're going to feel that you're capable of a lot more than what you previously did. It's like now you feel, oh, like I can achieve certain things. And I keep hearing you've overcome fear and self-doubt and the limits that were kind of binding your prosperity or binding your ability to keep moving. And with this 6 of Wands and 10 of Cups, it's like your life is about to look the way you have dreamt or desired. And I feel like you may have had certain longings or, you know, manifestations that you've been seeking for some time, but it's like now it's finally coming in, or now you're in alignment with this. But with higher knowing, the greatest change as well is to this almost psychic knowing, or this sixth sense that's just guiding you step by step. You also have inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations, sitting above the Nine of Swords. So again, some of you, you've already been working towards this higher path, or you've been on this spiritual path toward your life purpose, but it's like you may have been taking the smaller initial steps. And I keep hearing with Nine of Swords and the base chakra, there was a need to overcome fear, or fear of survival, fear of security, you know, fear of not being provided for. And it's like there could have been some of these fears that were either stagnating your efforts or making it difficult for you to manifest. And it's like now you're feeling very grounded, but part of that I feel as well is because Spirit, it's almost like Spirit is whispering in your ear to keep going, to persevere. You know, you're on the right track, and you may be kind of feeling these impulses from the divine, and that is also helping to keep you on track. You have Order of Melchizedek, embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. There is a really strong energy of clarity here, especially with the Ace of Swords and higher knowing. So again, for those of you where you have been on this path, but it's been a little bit cloudy or uncertain, where you weren't entirely sure what to do. For example, I may know my general direction in regards to my purpose. Say my dream or my greatest purpose is to be a writer, but I don't really have an idea for what to write. Yeah, or I can't come up with a book that really speaks to me. It's like now you get that download, you get that idea, that green light, and you move ahead with this vision or this project. You also have here Awakening, ancient knowledge, memories, connection. Yeah, and it's like this higher knowing as well, or your capacity to hear spirit, your psychic abilities that are increasing and enhancing. You may have past life memory recall, or there may just be memories and knowings that are bubbling up to the surface that you didn't have access to previously. And I feel like that's helping. For others of you, what is next is this spiritual awakening. It's like your psychic abilities are awakening or going to the next level as well. And that's helping you in this process. Yeah, you literally have the card of destiny, divine purpose, passion, service, and Ace of Swords. I definitely feel for many of you, this is clarity around your life purpose and very clear action steps or the next step to take in regards to your journey. And for those of you where you were feeling either a little bit frustrated or there was a lack of knowing or certainty, it's like now I'm seeing someone breathe a sigh of relief, because it's like you have such a clear vision and such a clear plan, and it's so in alignment for you and with you. It's like it may be overcoming certain fears of abundance or security you may have had, because now you have something that you truly believe in and that's truly in alignment with this higher plan. And some of this could have been divine timing, but I am hearing there were certain fears or doubts that had to be overcome to enable you to step into this energy as well. Yeah, look, you literally have relaxation, and we have this person here reading a book above the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, this clarity or this download comes when you're relaxing, when you're taking time out. For some of you, you could go on holiday or have a retreat, or you may just be meditating, reading. And it's like you just get this epiphany or this light bulb, or it's almost like a shift in consciousness, a shift in your perception, and you can clearly see what's next for you and what serves your highest good. For some of you as well, like there could have, I'm just drawn here to don't give up. For some of you, you could have temporarily given up or just become frustrated and kind of put it aside or stop thinking about it. And that's when you have your breakthrough as well. But I'm hearing as well, don't be afraid. At the point you listen to this reading, don't be afraid to take some time out where you can quieten your mind, because that's where the clarity comes. And with that Nine of Swords and Ace of Swords, sometimes to quiet the voice of fear, what we need is stillness, right? Where we can hear the soul and not the ego and certain doubts and fears that may speak a lot louder. Because you also have pleasure. But can you see again the depiction, this path? You have a path here. And you have a path here. This is definitely about your life's path, your life's mission, and the spiritual path that you've been on. And for some of you, it could have really felt like a winding road, or it's been very hard to, to walk this path or to continuously walk this path with a level of uncertainty. Because you also have here Family of Light sitting on the Six of Wands, and you can see this guide and angel delivering downloads to this person. Master number 11, signs, guidance, innate and ancient wisdom. And you have ancient wisdom with ancient knowledge. For those of you with the Six of Wands here, some of you may be receiving downloads, or this download or insight that you're receiving is certain wisdom or knowledge that you're going to, it's funny, I use an example of a book. It doesn't have to be a book as such, but some of you, your purpose is to share this wisdom. And it's like you're finally getting the contents of that book, right? Or say I want to be like a spiritual teacher, but I'm not sure exactly. Obviously, I may have a certain level of knowledge or wisdom when it comes to metaphysics, but I'm not sure exactly how to focus my teachings. Or, you know, I want to write a book that forms the basis of my, you know, my beliefs around healing and spiritual growth, but I'm not really sure specifically that content. It's like now it's like the blueprint is being downloaded to you and you can start working on it. After a period, for some of you, this doesn't have to be completely giving up. It could just be stepping back. But I feel like for some of you, you may have had to take a break. Yeah, and then you have unlock your gifts. Sacred gifts, energy senses, pure love is the key. Again, for many of you, this is coinciding with a spiritual awakening. You're definitely going through another awakening, and it has to do specifically with your psychic senses. It could be like a third eye activation, a crown opening as well. I just get like there's new abilities that you're tapping into that may form the basis of the information you're channeling, or it could be a literal gift that you offer as a service. For example, working as an intuitive, or you may work as a channel. You may channel a book or channel information to others, which helps to guide them on their own path. But with that key, it's like you finally get the key that unlocks the door so you can go all the way in terms of your path and your destiny, your life purpose. And look, you literally have the inner sense. Today, as I quiet the noise of my mind, I become aware of the voice of my heart. I listen closely to my inner voice. I trust myself and develop confidence in my intuition. My inner truth is divine truth. I allow it to influence and guide me every day. This is what I was saying about quietening the noise. And what's funny is you may have been in a period where you were distinguishing between the Nine of Swords, which is the voice of the mind or the ego, and the inner voice, right? The voice of the soul, the heart, the spirit. And it's like your soul or your heart is going to be speaking to you so clearly. And it's going to be very evident for you what's next and how. I just heard as well how to ascend. Because in this depiction, you can see this figure. Number one, you have a very strong guide that's literally channeling information to you. Some of you may be able or becoming better able to hear this guide or communicate with this guide directly, or there is a guide or a light being that is channeling this information with you. It's like a collaborative effort in the 5D sense, but I keep seeing you going toward the light, and I was seeing it with this card as well. Yeah, now you have truth. And look at the capacity, look at the energy that's channeling from the hands. So your psychic abilities, your healing abilities, spiritual gifts are definitely awakening or going to the next level. You can, for some of you, this can be also astral travel or past life memories. You're able to access this information as well. We have truth. Today I discover my greatest truth is within me. It is a divine force that whispers from my inner self. I listen to this voice closely, putting aside my controlling mind. In this way, I find all the answers I am looking for. I am now in harmony with myself, and I welcome the love of God, which is the truth that will guide me towards my fullest, most shining radiance. Both these cards are so synchronistic and so similar. And again, we have I listen to the voice closely, putting aside my controlling mind or ego. In this way, I find the answers I'm looking for. So again, there's something about you stilling your mind, or for some of you, you may literally take a step back or just, you know, need to kind of take a break from a goal or a pursuit. And that's when you get clarity, or that's when this epiphany comes in. That's when you know exactly what to do, and you can hear and receive that divine guidance from spirit and then take action in that direction. But with inner sense and truth, it's like I keep hearing you're going to have absolute clarity. If there has been any doubt in the past around, I feel like for many of you, you know what your purpose is, and you've been on a spiritual path for some time, but the specifics may have been a little cloudy. or the details of what you're sharing or how you're bringing it to life could have been a little confusing. And it's like now it's just absolute clarity, no more self-doubt. And even the fears or that niggling feeling like maybe I can't do it or maybe I'm on the right path. It's like just complete conviction I see you having. And that's what brings in that success with the 6 of Wands and 10 of Cups, because obviously our beliefs play a huge impact in what we are able to create. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi Group 2. So what's coming next for you? I'm hearing it for you more balance, and it's like you've overcome certain karmic cycles, patterns, energies, and it's like you've liberated yourself. And now I feel like you're ready for a new beginning, a new chapter. It could also be new connection as well, because I just feel like there's new energies or a new horizon for you because of these changes. For those of you as well that have been on a solo journey or had to do a lot of healing or introspection and shadow work independently, I feel like you may be coming out of this energy, especially with the moon and death. I keep getting you've healed the shadow, or you've healed certain wounds or patterns from the past. And again, for some of you, this could have been a literal karmic cycle, or something's come to completion for you, especially with that violet flame crystal. I feel like you're ready for a new journey. It's like you're ready to begin again, or there's something fresh, especially with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. With this 4 of Wands, though, it could also be in a union or in a connection. I feel like there could be. And with the High Priestess above that, I just feel like your frequency and your energy center is very clear. I keep getting this energy of balance and integration, especially with Justice here. It's like all aspects of yourself have now come into union, and it's as though the subconscious mind is now working in unison with the conscious mind. So if previously you had certain desires or you wanted to make certain changes, but you felt stifled or you felt like things weren't coming together, I feel like there could have been an aspect of, the ego or your monkey mind pulling you in a different direction to the soul essence and what your soul desired. Whereas now there's just this sense of alignment and completion is what I'm hearing. And it's funny, you have number 1. It's like, I feel like you're in this brand new life cycle and you're starting from scratch, but it's like your sense of self now. I keep seeing the color red, which to me is making me think of security, the base chakra, and I'm getting like you're unshakable. Your sense of self is unshakable. Your energy is really palpable, very potent, because you've integrated this energy, because you've done this shadow work. I also feel as well, it's for some of you, if this has been a solo journey, because with that number 1, again, I keep getting independence. You could have been learning lessons around independence, around staying true to your path, even if you don't have, a lot of support or tremendous support in the physical and the material realm. It's like now, I just heard now soul family are joining you on this path, right? And that's the other message I'm getting. So what's next for you is a brand new beginning, maybe even a brand new life. I feel like this new cycle is going to look nothing like what you've been through previously, and definitely a significant new connection or new connections in general. Even with Ace of Pentacles, for some of you, what's next for you could be a new job opportunity. It could be a new business endeavor. You may be starting something brand new. Because I do feel it's like it's almost like beginning again. You may feel like you're living multiple lifetimes in one, and you've just ended one lifetime, and obviously metaphysically speaking you've ended one lifetime, and now you're entering a brand new cycle. Yeah, with that 2 of Pentacles, the moon, death. In the past, you could have felt like there were multiple, I keep getting this energy of multiple aspects of yourself, or the subconscious mind versus the conscious mind, where they're pulling in different directions. And I feel like tugged in more than one direction, or I feel like there's aspects of myself that are in not necessarily competition, but they contradict each other, right? Where it may not be a cohesive whole. There's something about your sense of self now where everything feels balanced, integrated, free flowing, yeah, there's a surrender or a flow in your life that you may have had trouble attaining previously. And I also feel that's because this new cycle, there's an end to struggle. And with that violet amethyst as well, I keep getting that energy of transmuting karmic energies. Even with justice, I see that. So for some of you, this is like karmic liberation or an end of karmic, people, situations, connections. It's like you're at a whole new level, energetically, spiritually, emotionally. And it's like certain circumstances are now rising to meet you there. We have Sword of Light. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. Yeah, exactly. Sitting on justice. So you've cleared all your karmic ties. I'm hearing the karmic board. I feel like for those of you that came in with specific karmic lessons, I feel like you've cleared them, or you've healed and integrated the lesson and the wisdom. And that could be why as well, because I keep saying there were energies tugging on your consciousness or pulling you. You could have even felt the energy of other people, certain karmic connections, where it felt like they were trying to pull you back into a cycle or pull you into the past, or energies that didn't serve you. And it's like that. I'm hearing that tug of war is over. It's like peace of mind is one of the biggest blessings coming through, and complete clarity, because it's like now your energy is clear. It's been cleansed. You've transmuted frequencies. Now you're fully in alignment, and it's like nothing can pull you away or pull you off path. You also have the central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success. You're coming out of the darkness too with the death here. And even in this depiction, you can see this cape covering and shielding them. It's like now that's being pulled down and you're being revealed. So for some of you, and even I feel like there's sun and fire in this depiction, some of you are literally coming into the light, coming out of hermit mode, coming out of intense shadow work, because you may have had to submerge yourself in the darkness to integrate and heal some of these karmic energies or certain patterns within your own consciousness. And it's like now you've been liberated, or now you've been set free and you can move ahead. You also have here exiled, illusion of separation, disconnect, isolation with the moon. And again, I feel like a lot of this healing or clearing of these karmic energies could have been through your relationship sector, through certain relationship patterns. You could have felt like Groundhog Day, where you kept attracting similar karmic energies. So you closed the door here, right? And you went into solitude or hermit mode to focus on yourself and your healing. And you've come out very, very strong, very independent. But I feel like it may be time for someone or significant connections that are spiritually guided to join you on your path. If you have any fears of like karmic, the karmic past repeating itself, or, if I open myself to new connection, they'll be karmic soulmates rather than healthy soulmates, Spirit is letting you know that's not the case, and you can trust this process. Yeah. Galactic guidance, star family, assistance, cooperation. It's time for you to either meet your star family, or there's a significant connection you're meeting and this person is part of your star family. But I keep hearing it's no longer time for you to walk the path alone. It's time for you to have support. It's time for you to experience some of the lighter emotions, right? Some more of the joy, the fun, especially if you've been doing a lot of healing or the heavy lifting. It's like now you can explore, now you can play, now you can express yourself. And I feel like you're in this energy of really embracing the new, essentially. But it's like now there were obstructions, I'm hearing, maybe not obstructions, but blocks in your energy field from certain karmic patterns or energies that you needed to clear, even belief systems. And it's like now they're healed, and now you've released that energy, things can flow more readily to you. There's also a massive increase in abundance, love. You will be receiving a lot more, especially if you were in a kind of desert phase. Because with exile, it's making me think of, holding the faith in the darkness, especially with the moon underneath that. And you have voyage sitting on the Ace of Cups. But even here, you can see a baby here. It's like something significant is coming to someone or multiple people that are very significant to your voyage, to your soul's path, are coming to join you. that you may be a little bit wary, because I feel like you may have been going it alone for some time, or there could be a little bit of apprehension around opening this door, right? You're definitely, for this group, what's coming for you is everything is changing. Literally everything. I feel like some of you may travel, you may move location, you may change jobs or start a new business. I feel like there's a new stream of income here. You may, find a really beautiful connection or have new connections all around you in general. Enlightenment and the High Priestess. Yeah, you've been enlightened in terms of your path, your learning, your spiritual growth. I also just heard you're unshakable. But it's funny you have voyage and then you have this ship here as well. I also feel like you know where you're going, and no amount of challenges or karmic energies can throw you off, and they haven't in the past. But it's almost like this sense that key figures or a key connection that's helping to direct you or helping to support you during this process is coming into place. It's like they may not walk obviously the exact same path, but there is a sense that you're both on a voyage together, or you're at least going in the same direction. You have a rise. I feel like in the past you could have had people that were trying to tug you in a completely different direction, or they were pulling your energy. I keep hearing downward, lowering your energy or vibration. You have a rise, know and flow as the love you are, bliss. Remember I kept saying about flow state. It's like it's an end to struggle, and this could also tie into this increased abundance, support, clarity. It's like you're finding the right people that do support you in your journey and in your process. And I also feel with a rise here, your vibration has lifted. Your vibration is a lot higher than it used to be. You're feeling, I'm seeing clear seeing as well, but it's like you're feeling clear in regards to your direction. You have travel, inner and outer journeys, believe in yourself, big shifts. Yep. So again, for some of you, you may literally, with voyage and travel, you may literally take a trip or you may relocate. I also feel, you're starting anew, you're starting fresh. I feel like you're a brand new person, and you may not really resonate with who you once were, but the level with believe in yourself, I feel like the level of confidence and power that you've been able to develop and sustain within yourself is what's helping you with this journey and process as well. You also have letting go. Today, remembering that God is within and around me, I release myself to God's hands and regain my inner peace. I know God is providing me that which is most beneficial for my soul. I know that God is sending angels to help me face any difficulties that arise. I let go into God's will, knowing the best is yet to come. I'm drawn here to regain my inner peace. I already said the biggest blessing here is a restoration of your inner peace, right? Your inner light, and the end of karmic ties or anything that bound you or tried to tug on this energy. But also here, God is sending angels. I'm hearing this soul connection, soulmate, soul tribe member is going to feel like an angel for you and your path. The support, the love, I just feel like they're going to feel or be the biggest blessing in this next chapter. Okay, beyond. Today, I lift my consciousness above all worldly illusions. I remember the power I have in every situation. I always have a choice in how I respond. Today, I choose to turn my thoughts towards God. By focusing my awareness beyond the illusions of the material world, I experience simplicity and peace. Yeah, really strong energy of you sustaining peace. I just saw 1313 on the timer as well. I see you being very grounded, but it's almost like that's what you chose to do with all the karmic challenges or difficulties you've had in the past. It's like you used it to bring you closer to God. You used it to strengthen your spiritual path, your conviction, your self-love, rather than allowing it to, for example, to diminish your hope or leave you feeling as though you can't move ahead. And it's like some of what's happening now, or the blessings that are flooding in now, are your karmic rewards for what you've learned, for the growth you've had, and how you've transformed. And I feel like Spirit is applauding you, but I also feel like Spirit is directing or sending these blessings into your life and onto your path because it's time. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 3. So for this group, I feel like you're mastering the monkey mind overthinking, fear, and you're also closing out a cycle of, I just heard of suffering specifically, of, you know, painful, with 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, the Devil and the 5 of Wands. This is kind of toxicity, right? Negative energy. It could be karmic connections. I just feel like you're closing out a cycle of difficulty and moving in a new direction. But with initiation by air, I keep hearing you've overcome the mind with Page of Swords. For some of you, it's like the mind can no longer pull you back with memories or thoughts of the past. And with Rhodochrosite, I'm also getting this really strong energy of healing deep-seated emotional wounds, especially with Temperance here. And it's like healing or reaching a point on your healing journey and healing path where your point of vibration, that what you're attracting in, is completely different. I feel like your frequency is transformed. You're in a very different energy and vibration than you were previously. And I just feel like that's changing the game for you, or it's changing what you attract, what you bring in. And with 1010, we also are getting that energy of closing out a big cycle. So what's coming next for you, I just heard, is relief. It's relief, it's transformation as well. I just heard transformation complete, and I'm looking at these butterflies. It's like you're emerging as the butterfly. I just heard as well, you've got your wings. You've grown past the difficulties of the past, and you may reach this point soon, or you may already be there where you feel as though, okay, the past is done. The past is dead to me. There's nothing more I can gain from the past. I'm complete. I've laid it to rest, and I'm ready for my new journey with the Magician and the Emperor. I also see you, for some of you, this could be manifesting a leadership position, or you may be getting a promotion. Your career status may be increasing, your finances may be increasing as well, or you may be going out on your own or doing something independently that brings you greater success. And it's like now you can write your story. You see in this depiction how this woman is blindfolded, and it's like you can only go so far with a blindfold on. It's like now, because you've healed some of the subconscious patterning, programs, wounds from the past, or you've completely, for some of you, I feel like you've completely released the past energetically. It's like now the blindfold falls down. Now you can see very clearly. Now you know your direction, and it's no longer influenced blindly or subconsciously by what has been, or by certain patterns, karmic patterns, fear. It's like now it's your story to write. So for some of you, you've broken a lot of generational patterns, generational karma, you know, unhealthy relationships. It's like all of that is closed out, and now you can, I'm hearing, truly be you. I'm also hearing that song, Let Me Be Me. I think it was by, it's an older song, but I think it was by Jessica Malboy. And it's like those lyrics may be significant, but there's something about coming into your own, taking up space, not contorting yourself. And can you see how this woman, she's blindfolded, but she's posing? It's almost like you may have felt as though you were shaped or molded into a particular form or direction from earlier parental figures or authority figures. And it's like now you're breaking out of the mold, you're breaking out of the pattern, and you're choosing to live and express yourself in a way that feels authentic for you and to you. I just heard no longer holding yourself back as well. If you had certain fears, or for some of you, it's like these karmic energies or the past could have almost been, when I say, I don't mean literally haunting you, but plaguing your mind is what I want to say, where it's like it was very hard to get relief mentally because some of these experiences or patterns would just circle back around and you had some deep healing work to do. It's like now I'm just seeing someone like feel the fresh air, see the sun. It's like now you're liberated. And I keep seeing a butterfly. I don't know if for some of you, you love butterflies. Some of you could have a butterfly tattoo. There's something about a butterfly that represents, like the butterfly is your spirit animal, but it's like now you're flying free. You've broken free from, I don't think this was one pattern. I think it was a generational pattern or cycle or multiple patterns or habits that you kind of inherited or absorbed. And again, I keep hearing you're breaking out of the mold. So for some of you, because you've healed and liberated yourself, you're going to be manifesting a brand new direction for yourself. You have karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Yeah, you're liberated. Karma is complete. You've let go of this energy, and it's like now, can you see all these hands? I'm seeing this as all the different paths you can pursue, new opportunities, ideas, talents. There's so much more to you that you may not have been able to show or express. And it's like that's part of that message about breaking out of that mold. I feel like now you can showcase or share more of who you are. You can live in a way as well that's more authentic to you and for you. And it's like it's changing the game and the narrative in all areas of your life. So again, what's coming next for you is the completion of this intense karmic healing phase, right? You're the butterfly now. You've emerged. But again, what you want to do with that is up to you, because Spirit's making me feel like there's all these endless possibilities. There's all these doorways that are open or opening to you. And it's really up to you, you know, what you want to do with that or what direction you want to move in. You have crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. Yeah, it's because when you've laid down all these swords with the 10 of swords, more divine energy can flow to you and through you. But with that crown chakra, you're about to be inundated with opportunity, ideas, insights, inspiration. It's like it's time for the magic of life. It's like you were in a phase where there could have been some heavy healing and processing and release work. And it's like, okay, now I'm ready for the sweetness of life. I'm ready to fly. Yeah, now we see as well a dove could be significant. Some of you may really like animals, or you may get a lot of messages or synchronicities through animals, specifically butterflies, but just in general, I keep seeing winged creatures. So it could be birds as well. But I also feel like that's you receiving your own wings, right? Yeah, and I also feel like the amount of energy you've been able to transmute is mind-blowing, essentially. Like I feel for this group, you've been through very, very dark or difficult days with 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, the Devil, 5 of Wands, and you've made it out. And you've made it out pure, right? It didn't taint your heart. It didn't taint your connection with your soul. It strengthened it. I just heard as well you've healed your heart. But there's definite changes to your mental space is what I want to say. And that's what I was getting with that Page of Swords initially. But there's a sense here where you can receive a lot of divine inspiration. You may have gotten an upgrade around the third eye chakra and also the crown chakra, so you can get impressions more readily. And we have adventure, innocence, play, discovery. Yeah, a return to innocence is what I'm hearing with this sitting above the Devil. It's like now you feel free to be yourself. And can you see in this mirror the wings? I keep hearing you've got your wings, but you have this angelic energy as well, right? This really pure energy, but I feel like you've also purified all these energies. And a lot of them I'm hearing were not even yours. You may resonate with being an earth angel or feel like you were an earth angel put into, for example, a family dynamic or certain experiences that were just really challenging for you, that were difficult, that did disturb your peace of mind, but it's like you're regaining that energy now, I feel. You're regaining your peace. And it's like now it's your journey. It's wholly yours because those subconscious influences aren't in effect anymore. And you also have here the promise, soulmates, attraction, partnership. You also have master number 11 here, 3811. And that can also break down to 111. So you may be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities, but it's ready. I'm hearing you're ready for the sweetness of life. It's an end. So what's coming next for you is beauty. Beauty, magic, synchronicity, creativity, love of life, and that zest for life returning. It could be new connection or receiving more love, more support, because you go from the 5 of Wands to this card, right? Beautiful connections, harmonious connections. We have a dove, a crow, again, endless butterflies. Look, all the butterflies. Yeah, community, sitting on the Page of Swords. But there was something, it's like you had to heal your mind so that the karmic pattern or cycle didn't keep repeating itself in terms of attracting karmic people and connections that kept you in the mold, in the box. You may have dealt with connections, for example, where, you know, there was an attempt to try to shape or mold you or tell you who you are, right? So this could be controlling energy, but it doesn't have to be to that degree. It could have just been they were a part of that old cycle, that old world you were born into. And it's like you broke that mold within yourself so that you could attract your true community. This is like soul tribe, soulmate energy. And look, you have another butterfly. You have like 20 butterflies in this reading. Transformation. Yeah, beautiful. Sitting on temperance. Again, healing complete. You are the butterfly. You've gotten your wings. You're free to fly, or you're flying free, I should say. And with that rainbow, it's like the joy, the beauty. I just see beautiful energies coming. And it's like if your experiences of connection, especially love, were negative or difficult in the past, you're about to have a whole renewed sense of what love truly is, what it means, a renewed sense of hope. I just see you in this beautiful, abundant energy and feeling very lit up or light filled. And look, vision of unity. And can you see how this heart has wings? You may notice a lot of feathers as well. You literally have in this reading 10, 10, 10. So again, huge confirmation of a cycle ending. Focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. So again, this blindfolded energy as well, I feel like you're getting an activation around the third eye and the crown, and that's also why this blindfold is being removed. So that's part of, you know, the upgrades coming in. But I also feel like even when you were trudging through darkness and, you know, this kind of devil, karmic, toxic energy, you stayed fixated on the light. You refused to believe that was your reality or that was your truth. And that is what has seen you through. You just have guidance. Inner compass support. Trust your guidance. I feel like you've been trusting your guidance this whole time, but with the Emperor, again, trust your guidance around certain connections, because I feel like now your frequency, now that this healing is complete, your frequency is completely different. And it's like, rather than attracting in, for example, energies that are the Emperor upside down or reversed, it's like a healthy Emperor energy, right? And it's like you've reclaimed that independence and that Emperor within self and integrated that frequency. And I feel like you have a beautiful balance between masculine and feminine energies. And it's really going to show up in the physical in regards to the type of people and connections that you're attracting. But with inner compass and support, I also feel like you may be receiving more support when it comes to your journey, your path, and what's next for you. You have here growing. Today I understand that I am here to learn, to discover and grow. When I nourish myself with my inner light, my inner divinity grows. When I study the messages that life brings me, I am proved in the eyes of God. When I strike a balance between the material and spiritual worlds, I am freed of inner conflict. In these ways, I grow my own soul. That's exactly what you've been doing. And I feel like you stayed, when I nourish myself with my inner light, my inner divinity grows. Again, you focus on your light. You focused on the light, you focused on God, the divine, love, and kept walking, kept moving ahead. And you have, I discover who I am. Today I discover the riches that lie within me. I acknowledge my true self. I see myself as an unlimited being and marvel at the beauty of my life. I recognize the wealth of possibilities available to me as a being of light. As I learn who I am, I recognize the divine within me. So you have recognizing the divine within you twice. And it's like being and embodying this inner light is what is causing all this ascension. It's like this transformation, this higher self energy. I also think you've been able to find balance within all aspects of yourself, and that's also having a beautiful effect on your life. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hagrid 4. So what's coming next for you? I just heard your commitment to your spiritual path is paying off. So I feel like, especially with 9 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, what's coming next for you is a lot of abundance, a lot of opportunity, and it's like you seeing the fruits of your labor, or you being able to see the results of the seeds that you've planted. Because I feel for a lot of you, you've put a lot of energy into, you know, a certain path, a certain direction, but it may not have fully felt as though, you know, you were seeing results or you were receiving the blessings or the outcomes that you desired. And it's like, now you are. Now you can see exactly what you've been working for, or it's starting to manifest in the physical. especially with Seven of Cups and Queen of Wands, especially those of you who, you know, have a particular dream or vision, especially if it's creative or it involves entrepreneurship. I feel like there could be an energy here of you, you know, really flourishing in a particular pursuit or avenue with what you've been creating. I'm hearing as well, stay open to new ideas and stay open to the downloads from spirit. Because I feel for this group, you are being guided, you are being supported, and it's like the divine is helping you usher in or open the door to new beginnings with spiritual decree. But again, I keep hearing you called all of this in. You created all of this. And with the Hermit, this could have been you may have been on the spiritual path for quite some time is what I'm getting, or you may have been working toward a particular goal and desire for quite some time. And Spirit's saying, even if you don't see the fruits of your labor right now, you're about to. There's a sense here that, you know, you've integrated a lot of lessons, or you may have been through a lot of, with spiritual decree, it makes me think of spiritual initiations, where you're kind of asked to hold the faith, you know, to keep moving ahead, even in uncertainty, or even when things don't appear to materialize in the physical. And I feel like now it's like you're going to understand why certain challenges happened, why you were called to keep moving in a particular direction. It's like now I just keep hearing the tree is about to bear fruit. You've planted the seeds, you've cultivated this energy, you've cultivated as well. For some of you, you may have a really solid meditation practice or spiritual practice, because with spiritual decree, it makes me think of someone whose spiritual journey or path is instrumental to what they do on a daily basis. And with Seven of Cups and Queen of Wands as well, I also see a lot of confidence here. So you may have increased your sense of confidence, or you're feeling more confident in regards to your direction and what's next for you. Yeah, but with the Tower and King of Swords, I feel like in the past, you may have had a lot of upheaval, or there's been a lot of false starts, initiations, spiritual tests. It could have felt, and I mean, one of the best ways Spirit tests your faith is by nothing happening, right? Where we're like, you know, I've planted these seeds, but I can't see anything in the material. And it's like now you get the harvest with Nine of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. And I'm hearing as well, you're going to be so grateful that you didn't give up, that you stayed true to your path, to your mission, and you followed the voice of the divine. You have Halls of Amente, initiation. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. So again, with that Tower moment, I feel like you've been through many initiations that felt like a Tower moment, or that may have had you question yourself. But I also feel like you've had to go through many cycles of rebirth and growth to evolve or to raise your frequency to be ready for this. Because Nine of Cups and Ten of Pentacles can obviously be like generational wealth, but that level of success and wealth, if we're not grounded in our spirituality or grounded in our soul and essence, this can be destabilizing, right? We need to build a very solid foundation within ourselves first to be able to handle that level of material wealth. And that's what I feel has happened. So what's coming next for you is, you know, dreams coming true, success, abundance, could be recognition as well. Multiple, I feel like for this group, many opportunities or multiple streams of income. For those of you who are self-employed or you have a particular goal in mind, it's like you may have multiple streams of income or multiple projects that bring a lot of abundance and success. You have stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation, vortex. So with this card, yeah, it's like you always knew the potential you had and you sensed it, or you were acting on that greater vision. But again, you may have felt like, because I'm hearing, am I not in the vortex? Like, why aren't things materializing? Or am I doing something wrong with my manifestation? Why can't I see, progress with this? Or why aren't I seeing these manifestations take shape in the physical? And it's like, now you will, or now you're seeing more confirmation from spirit in regards to your direction and your path. We have reflective truth. identity, self-love, acceptance. Yeah, I feel like you've done a lot of inner work as well, or you've had to do a lot of work when it comes to self-love, but I just heard self-concept. So you could have literally done mirror work. I also feel like your confidence is next level, because with this Queen of Wands, there's definitely been a change again in how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, and confidence perhaps when it comes to either putting yourself out there or in terms of acting on these opportunities. Because I can have all the opportunities under the sun, but if I don't feel confident enough to take them or to act on them, you know, ultimately courage is probably one of the most important traits when it comes to any type of dream, but especially the spiritual path, right? It's not for the faint of heart. There's a level of courage to believe in yourself, to put yourself out there, and to keep taking steps in that direction. We also have illumination, expression, positivity, and joy, inspiration, sitting on the Queen of Wands. Again, I see this spark being lit within you as well. You feeling very lit up with Queen of Wands, very passionate, very lit up, very inspired. You know, I'm hearing the world is my oyster. I can make things happen, or I can make my dreams come true. And I also feel like spirit is kind of lighting the way as well. It's like the groundwork you have done, or the legwork you've undertaken previously, was not in vain, right? You were cultivating this spiritual light, this spiritual energy. Even if I don't see the results of my dream in the physical initially, if I labor away at something, say 5 years, 6 years, even if it's in the dark or with that hermit, even if it's on my own and no one knows about it, that's still generating an energy field, right? You're still funneling intention and energy into that big picture dream. So when I receive the breakthrough or an opportunity in the physical world, it's almost like they're showing me a tidal wave, because it's like that backlog of all the spiritual work, the prayers, the manifestation, the work you did behind the scenes. It's like now all that energy is flooding back to you because of what you were cultivating. So it looked like they're showing me on the physical, it's like nothing, you know, tsunami of blessings. That's what I'm getting for you. It's like the degree of success and wealth you are about to attain or will attain in this next cycle when it comes to your dreams and visions. And again, all of you will differ in regards to what specifically this dream is. I am getting more of an energy for some of you around creative abilities specifically, but it could be entrepreneurship as well. But it's like all of that, the degree of success and abundance is well beyond what you could have even envisioned for yourself. It's essentially you're getting more than you bargained for because of your faith and your hope. Yeah, I see standstill, sitting on the hermit. This is what I was getting. It could have felt like nothing was moving in the physical, and that was part of your initiation. And you had to dig deeper. You had to really rely on your inner conviction, your inner knowing, your inner truth in order to keep moving ahead. And it's like now it's going to pay off, or you're going to be like, oh, thank God I didn't give up. Because at certain points on your journey, it could have been very tempting to, I just heard, to drop the ball or to just let go. But it's like now you're like seeing why you have been prompted in this direction, or why this path was for you the whole time. Yeah, you go from standstill to security. You have security and the 10 of Pentacles. So again, a lot of financial security, a lot of abundance. This can be like legacy, generational wealth. And again, I feel like for many of you, you sense that potential for yourself, but again, what you were seeing in the physical could have been disconcerting. I feel for this group, you're very tapped into the higher realms. You're an ancient soul. You have a lot of spiritual knowledge and spiritual energy. But at times it could contrast with the physical material realm, or at times you may have struggled with the more mundane or practical aspects of life. And it's like now this spiritual wealth is spilling over into the physical, and they're balancing out. Yeah, you have peace beyond survival. Master number 11, peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. Yeah, it's like you're coming out of survival mode. You're coming out of the struggle, the initiations, the, things not working out or not being able to see how things are going to resolve. It's like not only are they resolving, it's like they're coming together in such a beautiful way beyond what you could have envisioned for yourself. but I feel like you've really had to fight for this path, or it's your spiritual decree, it's your connection with the divine that helped you kind of make it through, to keep moving ahead, to not lose hope, to not lose faith in this journey. You have divine blueprint. Source, self-embodiment, inspiration, you are ready. You have inspiration twice. Again, there's something a dream you have, right? With 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, your story may actually become an inspirational story for others, or a success story that other people use. But again, I feel like you've kept in alignment with the divine, with your higher self, with your spiritual mission. But with inspiration, you are ready. I kept hearing as well, like it takes time to cultivate a security within yourself and your spiritual path where you're not overwhelmed by the material. For example, it's making me think, do you know those individuals that become millionaires overnight and they don't know what to do with it, and they end up losing the money or squandering the money, or, it affects their mental health actually in a negative way because they're so overwhelmed with the level of, whether this is not just wealth, it's normally success and wealth because they tend to go hand in hand, but it's like they don't have that foundation yet, or they're not as solid within themselves to handle that. That's what I'm seeing, versus someone that's very solid within themselves, and even if you pour on all the abundance, all the success, the recognition, it doesn't really sway them, right? Yeah, look, for some of you, you're definitely creatives, or you're about to have a lot of success and a breakthrough in a creative industry, project, business idea. My creative power, I recognize the creative power of my thoughts. I know that I can use them to build or to destroy. Today, I choose to use my thoughts to create a universe filled with joy and harmony. I will maintain a positive attitude. I have the power to create love and peace. See, with this card as well, I feel as though your thoughts have been toiling in this direction for a long time. And that's what they're saying, is like, thought is always creative, even if it doesn't always, quickly manifest in the physical. But there's something you've been thinking about, pouring energy into, that's about to break into the physical and create a lot of abundance and a lot of blessings for you. Also because you chose to persevere and you didn't quit. And look, you literally have the inner alchemist. Like an alchemist, I possess all the power I need to build a life of joy and harmony. Today, through my positive thoughts, words, and deeds, I create my own light. I understand that I can use the inner magic of intention to transform myself in the same way an alchemist transforms lead into gold. Today, I create happiness. And that's what I'm getting here for this group as well. It's as though you're using these energies, these vibrations, your thoughts to generate this success, this light. And you've been doing it for some time, but again, it's like overflowing now. It's like that energy is spilling over. And I feel like for this group, you've done an immense amount of inner work. It makes me think of some of those concepts where they always say, build it inside yourself, right? Or become it first, where you're building it in consciousness, thought by thought, belief by belief, and slowly taking action. And then it gathers momentum internally and spills over into the physical. And I feel like you're right at that precipice. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.